And off the back of my continued dominance in the gaming quiz, let's recap the year of gaming. There's been a lot of good games this year. I know we've not always been playing the same things at the same times, but with stuff like Helldivers, more recently Marvel Rivals. I know I've been playing a lot of TCG Card Drop Simulator. According to Steam, I put in an ungodly amount of hours in Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League that I simply don't remember. We of course had X Defiant, which has now announced its shuttering. But what are your guys' some biggest memories from gaming this year?
Spending several hours playing MMOs for an
You
unlimited
play
grind.
MMOs? No way.
I've just realised I completely forgot off that quick recap. Power World. We played
Power
so
very-
much Power World.
Very early this year. It was like January, I think it came out.
We did an entire video on my channel for Power World, which was a lot of fun.
Also, and I'm the Power World champion still.
You are the
holding
Power
on to
World
that.
champion to this day.
Yeah, it's the only thing I've beat you at.
Maybe we should jump in the new year and do a rematch. Apparently, there's been like a fuck ton of DLC.
Yeah,
so
it would be overwhelming now.
There was one announced at the Game Awards, wasn't there?
Yep. A lot more Pokemon rip-offs.
Do you know what? I'm pulling up my Steam in review because I haven't actually looked at it.
You know what? It's literally just come out, so it's probably the best time to do it.
I feel like I haven't played much Steam.
Apparently, I played 6 more games than last year on Steam.
Well, it may.
But, my longest streak was apparently 47 days. That was probably playing Rust.
You playing Rust? No way.
30% of my playtime this year, well, 27%, but we'll round it up, was on Rust.
Does it tell you how many hours at any point?
Probably if I get further down. 16% of my playtime this year was Deadlock, and the game's not even out.
65% of my playtime, but I don't play a lot on.
Yeah, most of my games are on Steam. Where's
content warning? We had a phase of playing content warning earlier this year, which
that was actually a lot of fun.
So, this spider graph shows the kind of games you spent the most time in. The funny thing is here, the categories are MOBA, MMORPG, racing, extraction shooter, destruction, then Warhammer 40k.
It's just got its own genre.
And that's most of mine split across Warhammer, MOBAs, and MMOs, which makes sense. I'm trying to see if I've
my games this year. I played 22 different games. I played 66% of my games with mouse and keyboard. That's a big upgrade from me, Mr. Controller Boy. 25% of my playtime this year was Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. 15% of my playtime this year was Cyberpunk 2077. And 13% of my playtime this year was Marvel Rivals. I already have 30 hours in Marvel Rivals.
I'll rate that. I think I've got over 15 by now.
What was your longest streak, sorry, Hurry?
Let me go back up. 47
My longest streak
days.
was only 10 days.
47 days. I had a 17-day streak on Brighter Shores, and that only came out last month. It's so funny going back through. So it's like last month for November has been Brighter Shores. The month before that of October was pretty much 100% Throne and Liberty. Go back again, it's Deadlock. You go back again, it's Rust. July was All Once Human. Forgot about that game.
That's been and gone.
I've been in 3 playtests this year. Woo!
Yes, now.
Spectra Divide, Splitgate 2, and Mecha Break.
Do you know what my 4th most played game on Steam was?
What's that?
Deadlock.
You played about 1 second of that as well.
I played 11 sessions.
Okay, we've got a timeline. We played finals at the beginning of this year?
January, I saw that. Yeah, it was January because it came out late the year before that, so we must have hopped.
I had a bit of CS2 there
also
as well.
CS2 was one of my most played. Then Helldivers 2 came out in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my PlayStation 1 up. I've got 26 hours of Helldivers 2.
March for me then blended between Helldivers 2, Rust, and playing a set of
No, I had a little bit of Counter-Strike.
Oh yeah,
Content warning was April.
Yeah.
A surprising one for me. I've got 20 hours in PlayStation Valorant, which is quite a solid amount. Quite
Yeah.
rogue.
Is that when
50
one of your mates is on your account?
57 hours of Elden Ring.
Solid.
151 hours of FC25.
My August and September was Cyberpunk. That was it. What else was I playing in August and September?
Rust for August for me, which was actually from March onwards was Rust, a decent amount, and then September was Deadlock came out, and Space Marine 2.
July, my most played game on PlayStation was College Football 25, which was great fun this year. Still surprised it wasn't in the sports category.
I am such an all or nothing gamer, by the way. So October, 100% of my playtime was TCG Card Shop Simulator. November, 100% of my playtime was TCG Card Shop Simulator. December, 94% of my playtime was Marvel Rivals.
Respectable. I've got an interesting stat.
Go on.
It got very mixed reviews when it first came out. I've told you before I love mine. I've got 40 hours playtime on PlayStation 4 this year, which I'm very happy with. And get my use out of it. Obviously,
it's just so ugly.
Whoa, never. Wow. Yeah, 40 hours on that, which was 10% of my total playtime. 12 platinum trophies this year.
Only 12.
Seven. I think
It's
I'm
one a
on.
month.
I think I'm on 49 total. I think. I've got 74 gold, 165 silver, 315 bronze, and I went up 26 trophy levels. Good lord.
I mean, we've all put in some solid gaming numbers.
Yeah, we did some gaming.
We are gamers. What was your favourite game of the
Ooh.
Because obviously we've got ones that I'm like most played, like FC25 is my most played. It's definitely not my favourite game.
I want to say Space Marines 2. It's between that and Helldivers.
Game that is brand new this year, or game that we played this year for the first time that was the most fun?
Both. Just your gaming experience of this year.
Brand new game for this year is probably Helldivers on Marvel Rivals, but I'm aware Marvel Rivals has definitely got a bit of recency bias to it. Game that I never played but finally got around to playing was definitely Journey. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was only 3 hours to play the entire fucking thing.
A great experience.
That was a lot of fun. It was really nice to do that. And I've still got 6 other like games that I wanted to play for ages that I bought dirt cheap that I need to go and play and make reviews on. But right now, I need to heal stuff as Cloak and Dagger, so it'll have to wait. But I also like you say, like I put so many hours into like Madden and FC24 and all these other games that I just end up hating. But they're just easy to do while you're like watching YouTube or whatever, man.
Yeah.
It's a compulsion.
Okay, Con, what was your least favourite game this year?
Deadlock. Not even close. I know, like, we joke that I get really angry when we play games. I get that. But I never get so angry I want to throw something or hit my desk or anything. Like, I just like, I'm verbally angry, but I'm not physically angry. When I rage quit stream that night playing with you and uninstalled Deadlock, I literally, I know I joked earlier that it put me in existential crisis. I got so angry at that, and it made me feel angry in such a new way that it fucked me up for 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks to recover from that head loss because I got so existential. I'm like, why am I getting so angry about this fucking thing? And that's why I'll never re-download it, because I felt so horrific in every way about that. I was like, nah, not doing that again. Fuck MOBAs, dog shit games.
So I'm looking now. Bearing in mind the game's not out and the horror yours will at least double. I've got 62 hours, and it's without a doubt one of my top 3 games of the year. It was one of them games where every day you finish work, all I could think about was, I want to play Deadlock.
Yeah, Deadlock is good.
None of my IRLs played, so I was playing with Hori and your friends most of the time.
How many hours do you have?
62. Yeah, I know yours is going to be vulgar.
I have 184.
Yeah, there you go. Like
I haven't
haven't-
played
Pretty
it
sure
for
I
a
removed
while.
it from my library, but let me see.
I haven't played since the 19th of September.
I had 20 hours in
I played in
Deadlock.
October.
So, because I've not played since ranked drop. I don't
I've
know
played
how
a
long ago
couple of
that was.
times when there's been
So,
big updates.
one sec, you last played on the 19th, did you say?
19th of September.
So I last played on the 18th.
Okay. I think it got to the point where like it was so
So,
good, and
it
then
reached a
other
point
stuff came out.
where other stuff came out, but also like in game, we were hitting that point where we started to notice frustrations with some of the gameplay, like the way towers work and stuff, which have been patched and changed pretty dramatically. Which I have gone back and tried and feel better. I've just not got re-locked into the game.
Yeah, I think that's what it is for me.
But yeah, Deadlock is great. I would say it's Deadlock. Space Marines 2, I loved. It was a lot of fun. And Helldivers 2 was.
Power World's definitely up there for me.
Power World was also good.
I want to go back and play more of it. I need to play enough of it that it feels like a Minecraft style game to me, where that sometimes my brain will just itch a little bit and remind me about it,
Just
and
want
I'll
to
go
go
and
play
do
it
a
for.
world.
You want to play it for like a week and then fall
and then
off
just
of
put it down
again.
for another year. That's what I want the game to be. Was it only up this year? Or was
I would
that
say
last
Rust is the game
year?
that
Last year.
I seem to always go back to every year for periods. And they're like, I don't feel like they get enough credit because they are essentially a live service game. And the amount of updates they put out to keep that game feeling fresh, not all of them are well loved by the community, and some have teething, like some are changes that some people the community might not like. But overall, they do a really good job of adding in content to that game. So I mean that's why that's always on my
Valid. Mine's sort of stealing from previous years, but because of the DLC, Elden Ring this year sort of took over my life a little bit. So I hadn't originally finished Elden Ring. So I came back to it this year knowing that I wanted to play Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. I ended up platinuming the base game, which I feel like once you've done that, you're a gamer. If you platinum Elden Ring, you're a gamer.
Yeah, but have you done it on a dance mat?
I haven't.
Have you done it with your brainwaves, you absolute beta?
I haven't. I've done it with my hands on the PlayStation controller. Just an absurdly good game. I saw the orchestra in, God, when was that? April, I want to say. That was fantastic. This year I've just been obsessed. I actually haven't finished it. One where it came out, I was obsessed with it, and then so many things were coming out. I moved house like the day the game came out, which wasn't ideal timing. So obviously that threw a spanner in the works, and I could play it as much as I wanted to when it was first launched. So it's one that I've got to go back to. Deadlock, loved. I've played quite a few smaller games that are from previous years this year, and I platinumed The Order 1886, which I very much enjoyed. My mind's gone so blank now. Towers of Kenzera, I'm pretty sure, was that early this year or late last year? Either way, I played that this year, loved it. Prince of Persia's fantastic.
I do need to give that Prince of Persia game a go.
I'm coming towards the end of that one now. It's on PlayStation Extra, like the middle subscription. So if you get that for a moment, for cheaper than the actual price is. But I've had a really enjoyable year in gaming. I feel playing a lot more different games than I used to. I think my portal is probably responsible for that because I feel like I don't have to be sat at my desk. I can play it downstairs. I can play it in bed. Balotro, I'm very much enjoying. I bought it at the time and I've come back to it. I've probably hours on it. Just the roguelike element of it, just replaying and replaying and replaying. I'm just absolutely addicted. I actually got my high score run today, and the dopamine hit when you hit a good run is next level. And along the wave of mobile games, Pokemon TCG.
Been a lot of fun.
We've all been addicted to
that's
that.
true.
I've bought the battle pass. I I'm just loving it at the minute. I've always been a Pokemon fan. Always wanted to dabble into actual TCG. Sort of dabbled into Lorcana and Magic this year, but coming back to Pokemon, which was like my roots, getting ones on your phone that you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
collecting. They don't take up space. They're not going to get bent. They're just there on your phone. Very much enjoying that. And like you say, rounding off the year, what a game Marvel Rivals is.
Yeah.
I think I've got about 15 to 20 hours at the minute. I haven't even touched a single ranked game yet.
Yeah, no, we need to get
I'm just
on that
enjoying
soon.
it. I'm Psylocke main at the minute. Very Psylocke. She's probably going to get nerfed at some point, so I need to keep running her into the ground
I
before.
infest first, please.
These DPS one tricks, you know what I mean?
I mix it up. I've played quite a lot of Mantis, Psylocke. I don't like tank. I'll admit that straight away.
It's alright, Hori and Luke can play tank.
I've played quite a bit of Jeff the Landshark, quite a bit of Hela. So I've got a couple of DPS and a couple of healers that I'm quite confident with, but I just look forward to playing that game again. And as you know, I am playing Infamous at the minute. Recording a video for that, which is very fun. The game is fantastic. I never actually time playing the PS4 master essentially with upgraded graphics for PS5, which is very good. But I just think overall, it's what a year we've had. I've started a controller collection. Astrobot one's in there. I managed DualSense, which I was very stoked about, and that is a thing of beauty sitting up there on my
You need to
pegboard.
get some other controllers then.
Oh,
Yeah, get some good ones like a 360 controller.
it's funny you say that.
64.
A Helldivers 2 DualSense has been announced.
Oh, that
I
would probably
know.
look quite nice.
Still PlayStation.
Yes, it's a great remote. Great remote.
I've had a great year this year. It feels like I've not played a lot, but I have played a lot of new stuff. Loved Power World. Although it got bad reviews and the game's kind of being shuttered, I will go back and play more Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League eventually. I like to meme on it, but at the time when I don't have any looter shooters that really interest me, it does scratch that itch a little bit. The kind of infinite scaling of the end dungeons is awesome. You can always just kind of chase, like, making it more difficult and improving yourself. So I will have another fit of playing that at some point soon. The only issue with jumping in and out of that game is the control scheme is quite unique, which means if you're not playing a decent amount of it, trying to get back into it, you feel like a baby deer again. You're trying to find your feet and get going. Starfield, I've jumped in and out of a few times this year. Still love the game, a lot of fun. I need to go back and finish the DLC I fucking paid for. And then, as always, you'll have what it's like. I've played Cricket 24 this year. I've played EA Sports PGA Tour Golf this year. I've played Madden 24 this year. I always have a sports game to just fall back on because I love sports so much. I hate sports games. I love sports.
That's valid. That's a valid take.
Yeah, fair.
Hori,
Especially with
a quick year in summary from yourself.
I mean, I've played a bunch of MMOs this year because I was just hunting for that itch. I'd say Throne Unlimited was fun. Brighter Shores is definitely the one that's hitting the best at the moment, and that's still relatively fresh. But yeah, like it doesn't feel like I've played that many games this year, but knowing how I play games, every month I was like, I end up being just hooked on one. Like, it just takes over. So I've had some good games. Power World was obviously a lot of fun. I forget that was the start of the year. It feels so long ago.
It feels so long ago. I would have said that was late last year. 100%.
Yeah, same. Deadlock was like a huge surprise of the year. And
it's still not out.
Yeah, the fact it's still not out and it's still getting great numbers. Like, obviously, initial hype has died down on that game, but that is understandable. It's still in development.
People got exceptionally hyped because A, it's a new Valve game, but B, it was secret. It
was also hard to get into it. Yeah, and
it's just like Splitgate's initial hype when that came out was the servers
because the servers were so chalked.
So you had people queuing, and everyone's like, "Well, I'm in now, so I'm not fucking leaving." The second they fixed the server issues, everyone fucking ran off because they didn't feel exclusive anymore.
So yeah, I mean, it's been a great year for games.
Will it continue next year?
Always. Next year's
hope
gonna be
so.
better.
The biggest
We'll get-
question
Going into next year,
coming with
starting with
2026.
Marvel Rivals.
will GTA 6
Yes.
come out in 2025?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I'm booking a week off work. I'm doing at least a 24-hour stream from release.
I'd be.
Book it.
I feel like something significant would have to delay it to 2026. I honestly think it. I would love if, I don't know, August they drop a trailer and like, yeah, the game's out in 2 weeks. And
Yeah,
like,
I need them to not do a
like, just
complete shadow drop because I need
Nah.
to get the time off work.
And every
But 2 weeks is
developer
perfect.
and publisher in the world needs to know when they can post their games.
That's their
It's
problem.
hilarious coming into the new year, and we know when no games are coming out in
Do
2025.
you know, if I'm
'cause
GTA,
no one wants to compete.
here's the thing: if I'm Rockstar, if a dev of like a kind of potential to pop off, but would definitely be hurt by GTA 6, if they're just like, this is our release date, and we're the first ones to say, fuck it, we're just gonna say when ours is. If I'm Rockstar, I'm like, we'll respect that because you actually stood your ground first. Everyone else, screw you.
Or they'll do the opposite. They'll be like a big company will be like, yeah, we're going to drop our game. Like, say CD Projekt came out, was like, The Witcher's going to come out September 1st. Rockstar come out, we're going to drop ours 30th of August or something. Just to like.
Oh yeah, that's
be
the
a
other thing.
mistake,
Or
yeah.
Rockstar, someone announces their date and Rockstar picks it to see, purely to be like, have an internal bet of like, will this studio change their
Will
date
they
now we've announced?
They would 100% as well.
I mean, like, all jokes aside about the size of GTA 6, let's be completely clear. There is a more than likely chance that the next time a GTA game comes out after this, we're in our 40s.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Maybe
Corey
it-
definitely, because it's only like 6 years for him.
If GTA comes out
Would've
next
did.
year, it'll be 12 years after GTA 5.
And that gap ain't getting smaller.
It's only 11 for me because I waited a year for it on PC.
That's
Oh,
tough.
wait, what are you going to do when it comes out, Hori?
They
'Cause
haven't
you'll have no
said.
friends.
Well, no, this is the thing. They haven't confirmed or like they've said nothing about if it's on PC day one or if they're going to do their usual shit and
There
make
we
us
go. At
wait
least
a
I've
year.
got one guaranteed viewer for my 24-hour stream.
Mate, I'll be climbing the Marvel Rivals ranks. Solo queue.
Oh, yeah, because your brain will keep you entertained for that until the summer.
Absolutely not. But no, I think 2026 is going to be a good one. Episodes going forward, we will be continuing to cover all the news. Quizzes will be continuing.
Yes.
January's episode will be a sort of extended one because obviously we haven't covered any of November and December's
'Cause,
games.
you know, this episode's been so short.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be a nice recap of January. We'll be discussing what games we're looking forward to at the early quarter one, essentially, of 2025. Because although we know some games like Assassin's Creed, we don't actually know a whole lot else. We've got a couple announced from the Game Awards in March. But apart from that, we'll have to wait and see. We'll also be doing a this year, which for those who know what that is, it's essentially a sports style draft for video games. So that's going to be very fun. We could record that and have it as a separate video, which would be quite fun. My IRL will be joining us for that. It'll be the four of us. Might get quite competitive. Who's going to draft GTA 6? Is it going to fall out of
Me.
2025?
No, I'm going all out for that.
Surely, is there a? Are we doing draft order?
It's randomized,
Oh, so it's whoever gets first pick then.
pretty much.
Let's,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
do
Whoever
you-
gets
but do
first
you
pick,
take-
if you don't take
the
GTA 6,
CMC fear.
But do you take the risk? Is it going to come out?
yeah, fuck yeah.
It's
But either way-
absolutely coming out. It's worth the risk, even if it doesn't.
For sure. Well, I've had a good year gaming with you boys, and I hope it continues in 2025.
Thank you for all you've done this year, Josh. We
Yes, thank
massively
you.
appreciate it. I look forward to your segments every month, and I know the viewers do too.
I
They've
hope so.
told me, every single one of them, personally. I get DMs every week. When's Josh back?
Yeah, it's just me on my alt account. No, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Of
Awesome.
course.